rolling back out for a third afternoon hunt in Kansas. Head back over to a fence point we got created by the river. It's got a lot of good oaks in it that are dropping. I've seen several deer over in the last couple of days. It's kind of warm today. Warmed up a little bit from this morning. Seen a nice one this morning. Hopefully we'll get a shot at him, or at least get some camera angles of him. It's pretty obvious we got some good ones running through over here. It's just a matter of getting it set up right and getting the right one in. Good stand set in there, and we ended up with a lot of activities through there. We had a lot of does. And Saturday afternoon was a cool hunt because we actually had a doe come in. It was coming into estrus, and we actually got to see the doe run her yearlings off.
I saw that.
Get ready for the season.
Yeah,
pretty neat to watch, and we got all that on film.
Really that's part of nature, man. That's what happens.
And for me, actually, that was kind of the first time I've seen a doe kind of run the fawns off like that. It's pretty neat
to actually witness that moment happen right there.
Witness that and capture it all on film. It's pretty cool.
There's a lot of neat stuff that happened out in the wilderness, man. When you're sitting there in the woods by yourself, reflecting and spending time with God, and you get to see some of those things like that happen. That's nature at its best. That's what happens. And they grow up to be, big mamas or big bucks, and that's when they get the separation. They get weaned off their mamas. That was cool.
Yeah, and after she run the does off, run the yearlings off, then we had a good buck come through, chasing her, and we heard him grunting off in the woods before he came in, and he came in from the thick stuff, because right next to the stand, right next to it was a lot of cedars and just real thick brush. Couldn't really see much, and because the oak flat was kind of straight out in front of us, it was pretty open, but the buck come in through that area and probably wasn't 10 yards from the stand at one point, chasing her. No shots prevailed, and then after he went back out off the edge of that, there was a real green area in that CRP that they were feeding on pretty good.
All right. Yep.
And then once he went out there chasing that doe, chased that doe off, and then wasn't a few minutes later, we had another good buck, one I shot, come back in from that green, and come back in right, wasn't 8 feet from the tree.
Right.
He come in. When he come in, he was in that thick stuff. Really couldn't tell how good of a buck it was.
Right.
Just couldn't really tell. We just knew it was a decent buck and looked like a good mature old buck. And
it was definitely old. I looked at his teeth.
Yeah,
he didn't have any.
And it was getting ready for the shot, and basically he was coming up through that thick stuff, and got to a point when he popped out of that thick stuff, he was going to be like right there. So as he's coming up through there, go ahead and get the full draw and get ready for the shot. And once he popped out, it was like 8 feet basically from the tree.
Game over.
Game over. just stuck an arrow in one. It's a decent little buck. Likes Stan hit the bow into Stan. I think it was maybe a little bit high shot, but front to back, I think the placement was pretty good. We're going to give it a few minutes, go down and check things out, see how we need to proceed on tracking. See if we need to give it some time. Been a good afternoon, good hunt. This one here, the good mature buck. You can tell by the size on him, everything. It's a good old deer. Good one to take off property like this. Can't balk at any mature buck that you take like this. Been pretty good. We had a good clean shot on him. He only ran about 75-80 yards and went down. Pretty good. Interlock did a good job on this deer with the blood trail. Our lights weren't too good for blood trailing, but we managed to blood trail him anyway with an interlock broadhead. So it did pretty good.
Nice
pretty
deer,
good afternoon.
Nice deer. Yeah, he's old.
Yeah. Yep.
Look, he had that busted down nose. Look.
Got no teeth left in him.
No, yeah.
Just some front ones.
He's pretty heavy. Good deer.
Yeah.
Big bodied deer, too.
Big bodied deer.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be fun going back up that hill.
That's why you're here, Neil.
Yep. Oh, really? Well, we'll see, Bob.